Hi, I'm Emily. I work for Cyber-Recon. Today we have a special treat for you guys. It was always something that I wanted to do, but didn't know when I was going to get around to it. And with quarantine and stuff, and then with gym being out, I had a little bit of extra time to be able to put this together for you guys. So I always wanted to take a Game Boy Advance and put a backlight behind it because when I was growing up, that wasn't something you had. You had to buy the attachment to put onto the Game Boy Advance. And if you didn't have that, you were stuck in the car, huddled up against the window, waiting to pass a street light so you could get a little bit more light just so that you could see what you were playing. So it was something I always wanted to do. I've always really enjoyed older gaming systems. So what I'm going to be doing for you today is we're going to be taking a Game Boy Advance and adding a backlight to it, and I'm also going to customize it a little bit just because it is something I'm going to use often. Here's our overhead view. This is the Game Boy Advance. As you can see, it does have a few scratches, but that's going to be okay because we're actually going to be replacing the screen. I opted for the pink because I have blue buttons for it. So we're going to kind of do like a cotton candy theme. As you can see, put the batteries in. It does work. I don't have a game right now. I'll put the game in it afterwards so that you can see with the backlight. But yeah, it's not super bright. Again, it's one of the gaming systems where if you didn't have light, it wasn't something that was easy to see. Obviously, we have the the overhead light, so you can see it. It's a lot easier. But those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so we have the blue buttons that we will be replacing it with. So we have our A and B button, which will be going here and here. We have our directional pad for here. These are the side, kind of like comfort sides. Like they're not a button, they're just kind of there for aesthetic. So those will be going there. We have our bumpers, our left and right bumpers. These will be going up here. And then we have our on and off switch, which is actually down here. So this is the backlight screen. We got it from a retro game repair shop. So that's cool. So this is going to be our new screen. As you can see, it does have the italic Game Boy Advance text. It is pretty close to the original. Just some slight differences. Like this is darker black than this. This is a lighter gray with a black outline around the text. This is just the black. And then the text looks a little bit thinner. It looks really nice. You can also tell the rim, the black rim, is a little bit thinner than this one. So I guess it'll give us a bigger screen. But it is the exact right size. So I guess it'll give us a bigger screen, which is nice, for an older game system to get that big screen. Here is the back. I believe it's a glass. I can't quite remember. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so this is going to be the screen. And then in here is all of our electrical stuff that we're going to be going in and changing. So I'm really sorry if I use any of the wrong terms. Please excuse me or forgive me. I'm more of a doer, not a talker. You're just going to have to work with me. Not exactly sure what this is, but we'll figure it out as we go along. But there's two of those in different sizes. Probably has something to do with holding the screen up, I assume. We have 3 of these wires. They're all red. They only have the one silver wire coming out of them. I can't really get a good focus. I'm sorry, guys. But there is it's just one silver wire. It's fine. Attach this insulating film to the metal surface on the back of the screen. Luckily, most of these kits have like instructions and stuff to them, and if you can't find the instructions, you can usually find them online. But this baby is the part that is going to be doing all of the backlighting, so we want to be pretty careful with this. We will clean it a little bit. Here's the back. It's just that metal piece. And this is the wire that's going to connect the electrical components in here to the backlit screen. It's just like a sticker on the back to hold it in place. So that's all that we have for right now. All we're going to be doing is we have to take this apart now. So I'm going to do a cut so that we can get a little bit closer into this. All right, so we're going to take this apart. I'm not sponsored, but I'm using this Hyper Tough 77-piece electronic repair kit. Take the batteries out. All of these screws are the triangle screwdriver. This one's actually a Phillips head, so I'm going to switch it over. So now that it's clean, earlier I was showing you the different parts of the kit, and one of the things that we noticed was that the screen sizes were different. So we're actually going to cut a few pieces off of this just to make it fit a little bit better. Basically, what we need to take off is going to be this little notch right here. Do you see that? This one, and it's like on the inside. This little L right here, and then there's one more up here, and they're all on the inside. You can see the L pretty well. There's one up there too. We need to trim those down just to make it fit a little bit better. Just cut a little bit more off of this to make the screen the correct size. Due to the tools that I'll need to use for it, I'm going to be doing it off camera. This is what we're at right now. I know it looks a little rough, but this is going to go over it, and as you can see, any rough edges may be covered. What we're going to do next is going to put this on here, like so. Pop the centerpiece on through. One of the things I am going to do though is plug this in and make sure that I'm putting in the screen the right way. Now that I know which way this is supposed to go in, what they want us to do is take this off. They call these position sticks. So they want us to fit in one right there. After you have your bumpers in, you need to take the film off of your screen. You're going to want to put it in. It's in there now. Now I'm going to add my buttons and stuff back, but we're going to opt for, you know, our new buttons instead. So when you are installing this piece, just make sure that you're very careful with these flex circuits because they can tear pretty easily, and if they tear, you're kind of just out of luck. You'll have to get a new one. You can repair flex circuits, but it requires like a lot of soldering and extra materials that most people wouldn't have just lying around the house. Just make sure that you are gentle around these flex cables. This piece right here, we're going to connect to this little piece right here. So as you can see, it's a lot brighter now that we've added the backlight. So just to finish up the video, I wanted to be able to give y'all a comparison. The SP, which did come with a backlight. The SP was the handheld that came out after the Game Boy Advance. This one did come with a backlight, whereas this one didn't. This one actually had an attachment that you could plug in that would shine down on the screen so you could see it a little bit better, but it didn't have a backlight underneath. Of course, that's why we put it in the backlight. I'm sorry, I keep touching the screen, guys. The SP did come with a backlight, and it actually came with a button where you could toggle the backlight on and off. So really quick, I'm just going to show you the difference. This is with the backlight on. With the backlight on, you can already see this is significantly brighter with the LCD backlit screen. See how much brighter that is? Just so that you could see the comparison for how much brighter this is. Buttons work great. B button, A button. As you saw, the start buttons were working fine. Got my L and R. Alright, so that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the Cyber-Recon bell so that you guys get notified when we put out new content. Thank you so much again, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.